Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome back to Innovations in Creative Arts and Martial Arts on Linden Boulevard. Today we have with us Mr. Theodore Brunson, who is a mixed martial arts specialist, expert. Thank goodness he's now with us. He's one of our instructors, so the official handshake. Thank you, Theo. Welcome aboard. So tell us a little bit about what it is that you do.
Well, I've been training in martial arts for 21 years since the age of 4. I've traveled across the world and teaching and training martial arts, and I've been teaching martial arts in the community from Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, and now in Queens. I get to teach martial arts and stuff like that. I've been able to teach and give back to my neighborhood as well,
Awesome.
and stuff like that. And that's like my main goal.
Awesome. So I'm going to deviate for a second. Tell us some of the countries that you visited.
I've been to France. I've trained in France. I've trained in Egypt. I trained in Sudan, and I trained in Japan.
Nice. Oh, that must have been exciting.
Yeah, it was cool.
Inexpensive. Sounds great, though.
Yeah, it was cool.
All right, so tell us, you said you started at age 4. How did you get started with mixed martial arts at age 4?
Well, I didn't get started with mixed martial arts at age 4. I got started in martial arts at age 4 because of the Power Rangers.
Oh, so my son watched the Power Rangers.
I was a big Power Rangers fan, and I wanted to become a warrior.
Nice.
So the instructor that I had, he led me on that path, which led to the traveling and the experiences.
Awesome.
And stuff like
so
that.
what did you take first? Did you take karate?
I started with karate. I did Shotokan, and I trained in Kyokushin.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what is it that you're doing now exactly? Are you doing anything new with your martial arts? Or?
Right now, with the years, I've been developing a martial arts system called the Dios Ryushin martial arts system, where I'm teaching self-defense and I'm teaching other things like
I know it's self-defense. I know that we talked about the katanas.
Yeah, that lines up in the self-defense. It's basically like self-defense, medical intuition, stuff like that. Being aware of certain things, being aware of certain stuff, spirituality and consciousness, and stuff like that. I'm just incorporating all of those within the martial arts system.
I think that's awesome. Plus, you stay fit and you're being, able to be very flexible. And I know growing up, my father, actually, I don't know how you can teach someone to do it, so maybe you can help us out here. Not that you can have eyes in the back of your head, but walking through the street, especially at night, as a woman, and I am not big at all, and you have to learn to listen to every sound and look for things that reflect so you can see if anyone's walking behind you. So if women were to take your class, would they find that a benefit also in terms of being safe out and about by yourself at night and in strange areas?
I'm of course, because when it comes to self-defense, the most important thing to understand about self-defense situations is the psychology of the attackers and the psychology of yourself, how you carry yourself in certain environments and stuff like that. So
that's a good point. So let me ask you this. Is there a way or some signs that people give off that indicate that they're a victim type?
Yes, definitely. A lot of people say in the way you dress, but that's a bigger that's a bigger conversation. Sometimes the way you dress, sometimes the way you walk, sometimes the way you look at certain situations. Sometimes and I'm not saying you have to be confident everywhere you are, because I'm not teaching people how to be tough. What I'm teaching people is how to be safe and be aware. So having that sign of strength in some sense that doesn't invite people to interact with you or engage you and stuff like that. Being aware of who's in the area, what kind of people these are. Having that sense of rapport with those kind of people. Because rapport doesn't necessarily come with interacting with someone. It's how someone perceives you throughout your movements and gestures. So
awesome. I want to take your class.
Okay.
I want to take the class. I think it's definitely important, and I know people have come in and they have asked if we teach classes for seniors, and with self-defense, which of course is important, and I know we do. People have come in and asked, about the young children, because there's a lot of bullying going on. So with mixed martial arts, or all of the things that we're doing, are we teaching people to attack other people?
No, no, no. Most certainly not. Um, in some cases, I do have an aggressive sense of style, but in most cases, we're doing that in a preemptive sense, where we're understanding what the rapport of the situation is or the nature of the situation, because there may be times where you have to use that sense of aggression or understand that sense of aggression. One of my main fighting concepts is intention, is understanding the intention of what you're doing. You don't have to be aggressive to understand what aggression is or how to apply aggression. You know, you have to control the situation, whether it becomes violent or not.
Wow, awesome. The other thing that we've gotten a few calls because a lot of people have to do training for certain jobs, like the police department, the fire department, and sanitation, and even the meter people.
Right.
You know, would you recommend the classes for those, you know, groups in addition to the groups that we teach?
To be honest, I would love to work with the states and all of that, and the correction department.
I forgot
like,
that correction.
Yeah, with the
Yes.
correction department as well, because I feel like a lot of the situations, including the situations we have today, haven't been as investigative as they should have. I felt like they were irrationally dealt with,